$1 million sales, are winning cars back to back. Their ad funnel is impeccable. Like, their ad funnel is very strong, and they spend a lot of money. I'm talking millions of naira on a monthly or weekly basis to run these ads. So it's very important. You have to get it right. There's no two ways about it. I think some weeks ago, the finance minister said the amount of Nigerians that have over 500K in their account is about 5% of the entire population. Do you know what that means? That means if you have ever made sale in real estate in Port Harcourt, you are as good as any other salesman. You clap for yourself if you've made sales before in Port Harcourt, please. Show yourself some love, because you are selling to only 5% of Nigeria. 95% of Nigeria they don't have up to 500K in their account. This came from the finance minister. So you can imagine the kind of market we're in. Some of us are selling products of 20 million. Now they fear me. Even myself, I'm intimidated. But let's look at the ads mindset. Let's look at the mindset that you need to have before you even think about running ads. So the first thing is, there are 3 stages. So you have the learning phase, you have the progress phase, and you have the reinvesting phase. Now the learning phase is where we are now. We're learning about ads. What are ads? Why do we need it? What's the benefits? Why do we run ads? That's the stage you're in. So this is where you get your body wet. This is when you get into the pool. And it might hurt, because when you start learning how to run ads, it's not cho-cho-cho. You have to be in the field. You have to enter, create a Facebook page, and run the ads. You learn it, and you run it, and it might not convert. There is a high possibility that it might not convert. But that's because you're in the learning phase. You're doing a lot of things wrong. Yeah. Even if I explain everything to you, when you get into the field, each person has their own audience profile, and we'll talk about that later. The next phase is when you start seeing a little bit of progress. You start getting what we call quality leads. Because when you run ads, you get leads. People will text you. But the question is, the people that are texting you, are they the ones that you intend to text you? Are they the ones that you want to reach? Because you are selling a property of 20 million, and somebody is texting you thinking you are selling Gary. People can be very funny. They'll text you, they know your price, you put it there. In fact, some realtors will put the price in the center of the video and paint it red. It will be flashing. Somebody will enter your comment section and ask you how much. Omo. Somebody will enter your comment section and still ask you how much. It's a learning phase. There are things that you think are normal. Somebody should know. Don't assume when it comes to ad. Just the only assumption you should have is that the person is a layman. Just have that assumption. You can put the price there. You can say the price and they'll still ask you. Don't worry. Tell them again. Now, the next phase, when you start seeing some progress, which is the most important. This is the most important. Without this phase, everything you have worked for so far is a waste. It's a reinvesting phase. Ads is a recurring subscription. You don't buy data of 1 gig and expect it to last forever. It's never going to work. You have to reinvest in your ads. The strategies and formulas you were using before might not carry you for the next 3 years, because social media is evolving at a very fast pace. Do you understand? So you have to keep up with the pace of moving. Before, real estate content, if you are not wearing suits, nobody cares what you're saying. If you are not properly dressed, nobody recognizes you as an authority. But now, it has changed because of, the rise of content creation. You see competent realtors with certificates They will go and wear traditional attire just so they can promote a property. They are not doing it because they feel like they are doing it because they've seen some certain trends. Do you understand? Change is constant. So you have to keep reinvesting in your ads. So let's look at a formula that will help you. No matter what I say, no matter what anybody teaches you, no formula is bulletproof because formulas are very subjective. They work for some people, but they don't work for others, especially when it comes to anything online. Let me give you an example. I was talking to somebody outside, and I was sharing my experience with ads. The first time I heard about ads, people told me that it's videos that convert. Videos convert a lot. Have anyone heard that? Videos are. To me, videos never converted. My first 3 ads that converted generated over 10 million naira. It was pictures. It's the most unconventional kind of ad, and they converted. Ads are very personal. They are very personal because you and I can speak to the same audience. We can say the same thing, and the audience will pick different aspects from 2 of us because we are 2 individuals. We have the way we communicate, we have the way we deliver things. So our audience are different outside. So let's look at the formula. This formula just gives you a basic idea. If you get it right, there's a higher probability that you land on the right side of the ledger. It's called the big 3. You can write it down. It's called the big 3 or the right 3. So the first one is the right audience, the right product, and the right offer. Did you get that? The right audience, the right product, and the right offer. Now, when you look at audience is the single most important part of running ads. Without audience, it might look like you are throwing rocks at a wall that will never break. Now, I'm going to ask some of you. If you've made sales before, please just raise up your hand. Okay. So can you tell me, from the sales you've made so far, can you tell me what your audience looks like? In the terms of, let's take age, for example. What's the age range of people that normally buy from you? Early 30s. Okay, what about you? To other people within the same age grade? Okay. So let's say 30 to 40. Okay. What about you? Late 20s. Okay. One more person. Okay. He's in his 40s. Awesome. Now we have like 2 age range. So we have people in their 20s and we have people in their mid 30s to 40s. The message you give to somebody in his 40s is different from the message you give to somebody in his 20s. They are 2 different audience. So if you miss the audience, your product will be wrong. So your entire ad is dead on arrival. So let's get the audience first. So for this training, let's use people before the age of 40, or people before the age of 30, and people after the age of 30. Now, people before the age of 30 are young working individuals, right? You have your tech guys, you know. These guys, what are they looking for? They're looking for fast-moving properties. These are guys that they want to hear ROI. You have to give them, I want a property that if I buy today, in the next 3 years, I want it to be this value, I want it to be that value. That's the kind of message they want to hear. Do you understand? Somebody in his 40s is a completely different person altogether. Person is most likely married. He has family responsibilities. This guy is not looking for quick money. He's looking for a short deal. I want something that I can leave for my kids. I want something I can build and live in. I want a legacy project. Those are the guys that look for legacy projects. People in their 40s, those are the guys that will do proper land banking. Do you understand? Those are the guys that will do proper land banking. And this is not to say that one group is better than the next group. Do you understand? It's to say identify your own. Identify the one that you want to serve. You can't serve the two. Do you understand? It can happen that while you are targeting one, this other one enters. Do you understand? Like they are targeting women when they are selling hair, but some men will see it and buy it for their women. It doesn't mean they are targeting the men. Do you understand? Target who you want to target first. The others can follow. Do you understand? But you can't target all at the same time. It's not possible. You might not have the resources to do that. So find your own audience. Either you are going for the guys in their 20s or the guys in their 40s and above. Right? So the next thing we have to look at is the right product. So like we said, the right product for people for the first group, let's call them group A. That's people in their 20s, 30. And then group B is people in their 40s and above, right? So if you are looking for the right product to give to somebody in their 20s, does anybody have any suggestion? What kind of product can we give them? Anybody? Good ROI or land banking. Okay? Who else? Land banking. Okay. Let me make it more spicy. Do you think the two groups have the same purchasing power? The class is getting very engaging now. So who has more money? 20s? 40 and above. Okay. If you believe the guys in their 20s, remember it's not just 20s to 30, so 20 to 39. And the group B is 40 and above, so 50. So if you believe group A has more money, please put your hand up. Oh, forget about legit money. That one no concern you. Leave on for EFCC. You know, I had a training with EFCC one time, and they said your job is not to determine whether the money is legit. Your own is close your sale and report to us. Case closed. Take your commission. Just send them their reports. That's all. They will do the rest. So whether the money is legit or not, sir, concern you. All you do is declare. Okay, how did you get the money? Savings. Gaskia. So who has more money? People in their 20s? How about people in their 40s? 40s? Okay. All right. So we agree that people in their 40s have more money. So that should reflect the kind of product that you are giving to them. Yes. Hello, sir. Yeah. So if people in their 40s have more money, that means when you are running ads, a property of 40 million should not go near anybody in their 20s. This is how people waste money. Do you understand? Once you've understood the principle that you know your audience and you know what they are like, you know what they want, and you know how much they can afford. That's not to say they are not individuals. There are young people in tech that have a lot of money that are doing massive projects, well into hundreds of millions, right? But exceptions do not disprove the rule. We're looking at an average. Among that age grade, how many can afford a property of 40 million? It's very few. And if we are chasing the few, we won't make money. We have to go where the advantage is to our side. Right? So if you're chasing people in their 20s, we have to look for low-hanging fruits. Right? So properties of 500K to 5 million, right? 500K to 5 million is okay. Age grade. When you say the person that will even come and sign as witness might end up picking another plot. You understand? So for them, you are looking at properties around 2 million to 5 million, right? Then when you look at the guys above 40, these are people that they've worked in their 20s. Do you understand? Like, they've used their 20s to slave. So by all means, by that age, they should be more advanced in position, in finance, in life. Right? So for those type of people, you want a product that they can afford. So a product of 5 million, 4 million, up to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million. You understand? So those are the kind of products that you can, or properties you can push to these clients. The last one is the right offer. Who here can tell me the difference between a product and an offer? Think very well. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. That's a very good example of an offer. Any other person? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Awesome. I think all of you did very well, and you're on the right track. Now, a product, in simple term, for all of us here, is a property. Case closed. That's all it is. It's a property that we are selling, right? An offer is a product that was packaged for an audience. Do you understand? A product is a property. That's all it is. But an offer is a product that was packaged for an audience. One offer is not the same as the other. I like how we brought up the promo. The company is already selling land. They did not pick interest. Immediately they heard the offer of a promo. That was when they picked interest and they bought and referred people. Products will never give you sales. Only offers can. Because people like to get more for their money. They don't like to get what their money can buy. They love to get more than what their money can buy. Do you understand? And if you are in this business, you cannot wait for the company to do a discount before you have an offer. You have to create an offer every day. Every day you should have an offer for the product that you're selling. It doesn't have to be a discount, but it has to be an offer. Do you understand? Now, let me give you an example. Let's use land view, right? For the example. Let's use their property in Asaba. The property in Asaba is land. That's the property. That's the product. That's what we are selling, right? But now, if the land has a C of O, if the land is next to GRA, if that land has the potential of going 3x in the next 12 months, if that land if that land has the potential for cash flow, put all of that together, it's now an offer. If not released a discount, we are not even talking about discount yet. We'll get there. But putting together the product in such a way that it appeals to the audience, that is what an offer is. That's why if you're applying for a project with one of these big companies, they give you an offer letter. Do you understand? They're offering you something. They might offer two people with the same thing, but the letter is different. But it's the same thing they're offering them. Let's do a practical example. The property in Landview in Asaba, right? Let's say it's how much is it? 30 million? Awesome. So 30 million disqualifies our A clients. Which other property? They have one in Aba, right? Obo Hills. How much is it? The Obo Hills. Asaba is 15 million now, the extension. It's 15 million. It's still out of the budget, but we have 3 million. Okay. Okay, fine. Now we have Asaba 3 million. Beautiful. Now we understand what a product is, right? The product is the land in Asaba. The price is 3 million. Who can give me an offer or give Group A, which is the people between the age of 20 to 39, an offer for the Asaba property of 3 million? Remember, what you are offering them is different from what you offer somebody above the age of 40. Right? I'll give you an example. When you are offering people for Group A, we already know their purchasing power is low, right? And what are you looking for? Return on investment, right? So that is what your messaging will be. Return on investment. They want to see a projection of what that place is going to look like in 2 years, in 3 years, right? But then the group of 40 plus, they are looking for legacy projects. They are looking for stability. Does the land have C of O? That's what they are interested in. If you check well, the people that, most of your clients, the younger clients, when they text you, they're very fast to pay, right? If it's within their budget, in a couple of, except you create doubts or they speak to an elder sibling. On their own, if somebody young talks to you about property, they are mainly interested in price, location, and projection. That's 3. When you speak to an elderly person, somebody in their 40s, they will ask you, what's the title? Right? That's the message you are giving them. Because that's what they are interested in. That's what their age grade knows. Some of them have bought property before and they've been burnt, right? So before they will buy again, they need more assurance. So the assurance becomes the offer. Do you understand? So can somebody give me, let's start with the easy group. Let's start with the Group A, right? Flashy guys. We need fast offer. Urgency. offer. You can even put a promo, right? Give me an offer, somebody. Anybody? I'll give somebody dollars. So, like, you want to try? Okay. All right. So that's for group B. No, group B. That's for people 14. Okay, go ahead. That is perfect. That is perfect. That's what they want to hear. Don't try to convince them what they are not interested in. Give them what they want to hear. Who knows that there's a second Niger bridge going to Asaba? That's a selling point. That's a selling point for these guys. There's a second Niger bridge going. That means there's inflow to Asaba. The more people enter Asaba, the more real estate, the more the prices rise. Do people know that real estate in the East is very expensive? It's unexplainable. But real estate is very wonderful. When you look at Lagos, you say, infrastructure development is increasing the price, right? In the East, it's different. It's a different thing that increases price. It's ego. It's ego. There's nothing nobody wants to tell me, right? Because Igbo people they're very proud. I like them. They are very proud about their culture. They're very proud about their heritage, right? That's why you notice that of all the tribes in Nigeria, hello, yeah, of all the tribes in Nigeria, Igbos are the only ones that go back to build mansions. The only ones that go back home to build mansions, more than any other tribe. No matter what they do, no matter where they are, an Igbo man can be born in the US. When he's 40 years old, he'll find a way to locate his siblings in Onitsha. They are very home-based, very home-focused, very culture-focused. So when they see properties selling for 50 million in Lagos, one guy will go and buy one street, erect his mansion there, and on that street, he will buy like 50 plots for like 200K. And then he'll start selling, because of the mansion he built, he sell for 50 million there. When he sells for 50 million, what will happen is all his neighbors there are going to be people that are worth above 50 million. Automatically, that street, without any infrastructural developments, has skyrocketed. It's called forced appreciation. And you can't fight with it. What it is what it is. If somebody, it is what it is. Honestly. When they opened Alessa, Woji Road, right? The first developers that went there were saying they were going to sell for 50 million. At the end of the day, they started selling for around 30 million, right? Some people went in and tried to undercut them to say, okay, I'll sell for 11 million, I'll sell for 10 million. It didn't take long. They increased their price to 30 million to join them. Because you are selling for 18 million. Meanwhile, the person that is selling for 30 million is selling out. What can they do? Do you understand? That's just how it is. That's why on the streets where there is no attention, you just hear Dangote bought property there. Go and tell that landlord you want to rent us there and see what will happen. They will increase the rent. That's just, it's forced appreciation. And is part of the ways properties improve their value in Nigeria. Lagos is all forced appreciation, by fire, by force. And once it goes up, they will never want it to come down. Right? So, as a realtor, you have to know these things. So, for people in the age grade of 40, right? These are what they want to hear. Who is living in that area? Who is coming to this side? What's happening here? When I took some clients to that Alessa area, the number one question, because they are all elderly guys, number one question is, what's the guarantee that this place is going to be worth something? It's behind Gulf Estate. It's enough guarantee. Because they know. Those guys are not looking for fairy tale. They're not looking for unicorn. They want something with basis. Right? Did we understand that? So we understand having the right audience. We understand having the right products. And we understand having the right offer. Okay? Let's go to the next thing. Let's look at ad channels. Let's look at ad channels. We might not do much practical today because there's no time. And all right, let's look at ad channels. What are some of the channels you can run ads? Who knows? Okay. Okay. YouTube, WhatsApp, Google. Okay. Okay. Let me give you, this one is just food for thought, right? It's not necessarily the center of this conversation. But do you know there's running ads and then there's running paid ads, right? What I'm doing now is running ads. To you, it might look like teaching, but I have a plan. I'm running ads. Some of you I'm teaching for the second time, right? It's already in your head. This guy knows how to teach ads. This guy knows how to teach content. I'm in your head now, projecting myself, right? That's running ads. I've not paid for this, right? So you can enter somebody's Instagram story and they see you and you're running ads that way. But that's by the way. Let's look at the channels. That's Facebook, right? Instagram, YouTube, Google, TikTok, Twitter. People they run ads for Twitter. Twitter is long. LinkedIn. Yes, very important. LinkedIn. Okay. For the purpose of this training, let's look at Facebook and Instagram. Of all of them, what's the cheapest, including radio and TV? What's the cheapest channel? Facebook? WhatsApp? Okay. WhatsApp the cheapest? Okay. Okay. Facebook is the cheapest. Facebook is the cheapest. In terms of the amount of people you can reach, Facebook is the cheapest. Which channel is the most effective? Instagram. Facebook. Who else? And I never run YouTube ad before. Okay. Now, effectiveness depends on your audience. Right? Effectiveness depends on your audience. If you are targeting Group A, don't go near Facebook. If you are targeting Group A, leave Facebook alone. Facebook is for Group B, 40 and above. I'm not saying you will not find them, but they are more on Instagram, right, than they are on Facebook. Facebook is more of old money, right? People in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, right? As you see them, they engage a lot on Facebook. So people engage a lot more on Facebook, elderly people. So if you're running ads for Group A, focus on Instagram and you reach them faster. If you're running ads for Group B, focus on Facebook and you reach them faster. X is more of a younger crowd. It's more of a Gen Z. YouTube is more for B. And YouTube has a lot of money because YouTube has a high diasporan reach. I've gotten more than 5 calls, organic, no ads, just videos from diaspora clients about properties. Just posting on Facebook alone, because the barrier is very low on Facebook. If you can do very well on Facebook, you might not need to sell any other place again, because Facebook is diaspora money. Right? That's why you see them more. They watch more Facebook than Instagram. Some of them don't have Instagram accounts, but they watch YouTube. All right. Okay, so let me just round up. Um, after ads, then what? Because there's something that comes after the ad that will make the ad effective. That's the closing. Yes, follow up is part of it, but our end goal is closing. The end goal is making a sale, getting them to get them for inspection and getting a purchase. Right? Yes. So I don't have much time to continue. I hope I've been able to impact you guys in one way or the other. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Let's put our hands together for our speaker. So, do we have questions? I'm sure. Let's take your question. Either from Ms. Chisholm's session or this particular session. Let's take questions.
Okay, my question is, thank you very much for everything. So you just took us on the theory part of the ad. So what of the practical?
Okay. Because there's no time, I'll just shoot it fast. When it comes to running ads, right? If we are focusing on Facebook and Instagram, the first thing you need to do is create a Facebook page, not Facebook account. Facebook page. So you create an account first. Most of us already have accounts, and with that account, you can create a Facebook page. I might not be able to tell you everything now, but you can check on YouTube, right? How to create a Facebook page. So you create a Facebook page, and you run the ads through the Facebook page. So you connect your Facebook and your Instagram together, and then you run the ads from there. Don't run the ads from your phone. It's more expensive, and it has limited reach. Do you understand? That's a practical tip. If you want to run the ads, it has to be on a laptop, on a system, and it has to be from Facebook Ads Manager. Don't run the ads from any other place. And when you're targeting, be very specific with your targeting in terms of the audience and especially the age. If you over-target, you won't get results because you don't have enough money to reach. Let's assume my 100,000 naira can reach 1 million people, right? If that 1 million people I'm selling and my ad is catering to group B, and I select group B and I also go and select group A, the ads will now show it to who is liking it more. So group A will now like it because they like the aesthetics, but not because they want to buy. So the first set of people that liked it, Facebook will now see it as almost like these guys are interested. Let me focus on more people that look like them, right? But if from the very onset you decide I'm going to target people within the age, like sometimes be audacious and you have to try things. Sometimes you want to target men and women. It's an unpopular opinion, but it works. If you've gone through your customer base and you realize 90% are male, target male and see what happens, right? Ads is done through experimenting. You have to experiment to see what sticks with you. Everybody has their own personal, they have their own personal audience and they have their personal appeal. So what works for me might not work for you. There are people that told me how to run ads. I paid for ad coaches and all of that. It didn't work for me. It was until I decided to spend money and test different things. And I saw, okay, this one works for me. So I did it that way. Right? So any other practical question?
You made mention of not using your phone but laptop. So what kind of laptop do you think is okay?
Any laptop at all. Any laptop at all. Any laptop can handle. It's not a CPU intensive thing, right? It's just you having access to the internet. It's just that the internet on your phone is different from the internet on your laptop. The pages are optimized on your phone is a different thing altogether. It's like a mobile page, right? But the same website on your laptop will give you the full experience. There are options that you can't click with your phone. There are options you will never access on your phone. But those options are available if you use your laptop or a system. Yeah.
My question is regards the target audience. For high ticket properties, could you give us, I know it varies, but say plus or minus 5 target audience for high ticket properties?
Sorry, please
five,
repeat.
5 target audience for high ticket properties that we can focus on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to assume you're talking about targeting interest or attributes. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Now, for high ticket selling, right, on Facebook, through Facebook ads, because there has been an update, most of those things you know as interests, they don't really work currently. So if I tell you target frequent travelers, all those gbogbo, it might not work today. The most important thing is your content. In your content, call out your audience. If you're a man in your 40s and you're looking for a property, call it out. The algorithm will pick it. If you're in Port Harcourt and you're looking for, call it out. So, the tip I'll give you there is when you're targeting, focus more on age, location, right? Just age, location. If it's people in Port Harcourt, if people in River State, pick the cities you want to target, pick the age, use about at least 5 different ad contents for the same property. I'm not talking about different property, right? So if you are selling the property for in Asaba for 3 million, make 2 videos, 3 pictures, any other thing you can add to the mix. And each video should not do the same thing, right? So each video should appeal to something else. There's something we call emotional triggers. That's really what your offer should be based on. So are you going to target the person's fear of missing out? Are you going to target the person's need for security? Are you going to target the person's need for documentation, right? Are you going to target the person's need for validation? So testimonials, right? So you can have an ad that says, that appeals to fear of missing out. So that's an urgency ad. It has to be a very fast-paced ad, right? Saying, buy this property, the price is increasing next month, right? Then you have another ad that shows testimonials of people that have done allocation in that estate before, right? And then you put it, all you do is put them all in the same ad, send it out. Just give Facebook time. It will deliver for you. That's all you need. Just give it time. No ad, don't look for your ad to convert in 7 days. 7 days is the learning process because the algorithm needs time to learn what you're telling it to do, right? So you're telling the algorithm, I need people like this, I need people like this, I need people like this. It's not magic. It needs time to calibrate, right? So in that first 7 days, you will see the result of your ad. There's something called ad reporting, right? So you see what each ad is doing, right? So you see, okay, this video, they are not watching it up to 20% of the video. The video is wrong. Something is wrong with the video. It has to be taken out. You need something else, right? Or they are watching it, but they are not clicking it. Something is wrong about the end of the video. It's not telling them what to do. Do you understand? So those are the technical things. I don't know. There's no time.
Let's put our heads together for Mr. Jeremiah. That's a very expository session, right? Did you gain value?
Yes.
Did you gain value? All right, so we'll just, where are we headed? Our next speaker is here. All right, so we'll just stand up shortly. We'll stand up shortly. We're not going out. We are not going out. Right? We're not going out. But we'll just stand up and do a short stretch. Do a short stretch. Do a short stretch. You've been sitting for too long, so you can stand, stretch. But you don't have to go out because our next speaker is here in the person of Ambassador Architect Uche Kalu of Capital City. So just, yes. So you don't have, that's why I say you don't have to go out. So just, he said? Sir, just give us short music. Just stretch shortly, and then we'll reconvene for the next session. Please let's come together. Please let's come in as we welcome our next speaker, the MD CEO of Capital City Development Limited, Capital City Group, in the person of Ambassador Architect Uche Kalu. Give her one. Make am three. Oh yeah. If you get Papa, say Papa.
Much. Thank you. All right. Okay, good to see you. I don't know that my slide will be up before. All right, I don't know if my slide will be up before we talk, but if not, we will keep discussing because everything that we want to discuss, we know. Isn't it, Sana? All right, it's glad to see you again. Happy New Year to some of you. I've not seen you this year. Have I seen you this year? Happy New Year to all of you. All right. Okay. And I'm glad that we are all given to learning because that's what differentiates Realtors from, I want to use the word, ordinary agents. Because, in fact, the topic of the program says, what? Agency to authority, the power of influence. Agency itself is being, I was just discussing with Coach, moreover, Coach Park is here, and you're going to have to do a lot of real estate exercise, and that will be good for you. But I would like to want to just encourage you to be able to prepare your mind for the season that we are going into. Because agency requires a lot of learning to become authority. The difference between an agent and an agent that has authority is knowledge. That's the difference. That's the really simple difference. It's the difference between an agent that has has authority. Is different. You know, we can call ourselves the names we want, from rector to consultant. We are all agents. It's in Nigeria that agency looks simple. If you go outside, if outside the country, you write exam to be agent. Because that's how you become a broker. You are. To be an agent, you write exam to be agent. You have some, in fact, some countries have level 1, level 2. In some countries, you cannot buy a house without an agent. Do you know that? Do you see how important this is? That in some places you cannot buy, you cannot transact. If you want to transact, say, where is your agent? Because it's like you are a consultant. It's like you want to go and you have to do a matter, you go before a judge. What they ask you, where is your lawyer? The real estate consultant or the real estate agent is the lawyer to the buyer. Funny enough, you can be the lawyer to the buyer and the lawyer to the seller. Do you understand? But when you want to be, if you have that understanding, it positions your mind on how to move into the market. So some of us, when we go before a seller, we come as agents to the, when we go before a buyer, we come as agent to the seller and we want to sell. I don't know that you're following me. That if, let's use a lawyer now. If I bring my lawyer and I have a problem with you, and my lawyer is discussing with you, you know you will feel you'll be resisting me a bit because you think that he's protecting my interest. And if that lawyer is standing in the gap, is your lawyer and my lawyer, you think this lawyer is biased, that this lawyer is not steady. Is either going to favor this man, he's not going to stand straight. Do you notice that people will not follow, work out a lawyer that when the lawyer seems to be between for two persons, they will remove themselves. They say, no, I don't want to. Now imagine you are an agent. So you are appearing before a client and you're behaving as an agent to the seller. If you understand this, and I don't need to teach again, I want you to understand what I'm trying to say. That when you appear before a client, you are not the agent of the company. You are not the agent of the organization that is selling. If you want to sell to the client, you have to automatically reposition your mind and your thoughts as an agent of the buyer. Do you get it? If you get this, I'll finish teaching you for this year. Eh? That's different. That's what makes you superior to me, a developer. Because I carry the emblem and the representation of my company. I cannot deny my company before a seller. But an agent can stand outside the company. And make himself look as if he's an advocate of the seller. And if you understand that, it helps you the way you converse. You're not going to be destroying the product, but you're going to be letting the buyer see that you have his interests. You know, this is about interest. Suddenly, the buyer begins to see you as someone that has his interest. Oh, you have my interest. And guess what? Even though I'm a developer, I take that position sometimes with my customers. So when there are issues, I do not align myself with the difficulty that my company is facing. I align myself with the difficulty that the client is facing. Suddenly the clients begin to say that you have their interest at heart. So we were in a meeting, a subscriber meeting of one of the estates that had an issue so we put them in a group. Other people ran away and we put them in a group. And we've been in that group for 3 years. So after a while, they wanted me to do something. I said, no, I don't want you to do it. I want us to set up a committee. You be the chairman. They said, no, I said, no, you be the chairman. I will be member. So I forced them. They formed the chairman for themselves. So they now sent us assignment. I said, I don't want to go. Set up a committee to do the assignment. So they set up a committee for themselves. So it's the committee that was now powering it. And when I'm in the committee, I do not discuss as if I'm defending the company and discussing as if that we are working together to grow a product together. You understand? Trying to break the boundary between this, now you sell, now me be buyer. Say, no, this thing as it is like this, we are trying to grow this into that. If it goes, there's value for you. This is your product now. If you leave it, it will keep going down, or it will stay this. But if you put our hands together and develop it, you are going to gain from it. And how much interest do I have there? My interest is small. You whose interest is bigger than my interest. Your collective interest is bigger than my interest. So eventually they met together and they developed a plan. Of course, with my input. So before you know it, it will be the hand of Esau, or what? The voice of Jacob, the voice of Jacob, the hand of Esau, the voice of Jacob. So yes, it's them that is powering it, but 80% of what it is, I'm positioning myself to benefit from it. I don't know you understand what I'm saying. So guess what? After the committee finished, they now moved the decision to the main group. The day they were presenting, I didn't say anything. They presented. After a while, they have given themselves tax. They've given themselves tax now to contribute 70,000 naira to support us to go back to work. If I had asked them to give me 70,000, they wouldn't have agreed though. So, you know the Ekwe people. So they said they will not agree. When's after for what? What? So these people were defending. They said, okay, how they paying it? Someone was saying, sometimes it's too small. Pay it at once. Then I now came in and said, oh God, sorry, please. Let me speak for my clients or my subscribers. Paying at once will be too much. Let them pay it in 3 months. Small, it will be, okay, I'll pay it 2 times. So they now somehow agreed that they pay 2 times. The woman that was arguing said, hey, Mr. Uche, you have the heart of your client. Heart of which, I'm trying to survive a situation. Heart of which client? So I now position myself as a middleman between 2 clients. And so I held the difficult area. I was smoothing here, and when we finished, everyone was compelled to pay the money. I said, yeah, you should give us an account. They say, no, we cannot trust anybody in your account. Bring your company account, sir. So they agreed. Imagine when you can have clients that have issues in their project agreeing to collect the company's account number to put their money inside again. It's authority. That you can actually move from being an agent to being an authority. And I've seen a lot of realtors who had moved from being just an agent to being an authority. That they command the trust of their client. But that's how to have authority. Authority is not that you are the MD or you're the chief executive. You understand? Authority is that you have ability to influence decisions and influence actions. It's influence. Authority is leadership. Do you understand what I'm saying? That as we are in this group, that yes, the leader of our leader is Michelle. He's not so now. But do you know that you can be a leader in this group and you'll be stronger than Michelle? Yes. So that if Michelle will say, today we are going to storm Port Harcourt, we are going to 20 companies. And if we finish the 20 companies, that people will know that successful realtors are here. Then you now come. When you finish, 20 come. At 2 they go. After that 2, I don't they go. Because you have influence, they will do 2. In fact, great leaders like myself, permit me to consider myself as a great leader. What I do is to identify people that have influence and have influence over people that have influence. Once I identify people that have influence and I have influence over people that have influence, leave the rest. The people that have influence will influence every other person on the same terms and the same logic that I have. Even in that place, I've discovered people that have influence. 3 years ago, there's one man abroad. There's one man here. They have influence. They are my friends. When I want to create problem in the group, I'll call and say, don't worry. Oh. That thing I want to drop in the group, it doesn't concern you. I know what to do. I have influence on the people that have influence. So that those people that have influence will influence the rest. Influence is what gives us authority. Let me Who is projecting in case you want to use slide? Should I send to Michelle? Okay, let me send to her so that she can send to you. Okay. Please help me get her attention so that she can. Should I wait for the slides or I should continue? Okay, so I don't know where the slide will meet us, but wherever it meets us, we will continue from there. I'll try as much as possible to teach to help you. So it says here that people do not follow the best agent. They follow the agent that they trust. And trust is built by authority and not by activity. People do not follow the best agents, that they follow the agents that they trust. And trust builds authority. And authority is built not by activity. That the fact that you wake up every morning from your house, you go to sell or you go to convince people to buy does not make you someone that people can buy from. Let's even look at who is an agent. Let's start from there. We know that an agent is someone that sells properties, that chases clients, that competes on price, and your price is this. I'll discount my price like this. That's ordinary agency. It's someone that explains the product. It's 3-bedroom. It's land. It's Ipo. It's one at Express. An agent is someone that waits for leads to come. I've advertised on social media. I'm waiting for someone to call me. The bad thing about just being an agent is that you can be replaced. That's the bad thing about our business. If you just stay at the level of being an agent, then you are the place where you can be easily replaced. Being an agent in real estate business is one of the, at least in Nigeria, is one of the easiest things to be. All you need to do is to wake up and tell yourself you're tired of being poor and broke, and you carry your bag and dress up and wake up, you're an agent already. And that's why the world is becoming, we are trying to look for a way to move out so that we can begin to even certify ourselves. Maybe after a while, we need to start certifying ourselves so that we can know those who have been trained and those that have not been trained. Because all you need to do is to carry your bag, wake up in the morning, and you're an agent. If you want to raise the standard, you print an ID card and wear it. Okay? Or you want to find identity, you join a Realtor group. So an agent can be replaced at any time. But guess what? An agent that has authority, or who will discuss an authority in the business, and it's in every business. That's what I'm saying about Realtors business, in every business. An agent that has authority, an authority in the business, that person is clearly different. That person is more of someone who is an educationist. He educates on sale. He does not just sell property, but he educates on sale. The way he sells is by communicating or trying to educate the people. And if you were in the convention, you have heard Pamtech. That Pamtech, he told us then that in trying to be a mechanic, he did not go to tell the people that I repair cars. He went to tell the people how you can make sure your cars does not get repaired. It's not a contradiction. I want your cars to get bad so that I can repair it. Then instead of me to tell that I'm a mechanical, if your car get back, call me. Then I come out to the social media and I'm telling you the things that can go wrong with your car and how you can prevent from going wrong with your car. Does it make sense? But he has used it to become one of the most reliable and known mechanic. He might not even be the best. Why do you what value do you think that thing has cost for him? What do you think it created for him? Who has an idea? Simple. People with trust, people who want to help them, people who want to represent their interests. That's why I say that when you stand before a client, don't stand as an agent to the stand as an agent to the client. Because people will trust people who represent their interests. So an authority is someone who educates, not just someone who wants to describe a product for you. Some of us get so desperate to sell that when we go there, we're only describing the product, the business. We do not lay the foundation of educating the client. Let me see how my slide is. Let me even see whether it follows this teaching. If it's not, I will teach from here so that you can learn more. Let me see. What's the first thing I said? Go ahead. Okay, next. All right. Don't worry, I'll come to that. Go back. I'll come to that. Let me finish what I'm saying because I really like to get this into our spirit. Then I'll come back there. I'll be using this and that so that you can gain the best. That an authority or an agent who is an authority is someone who attracts clients. That you have got to the point that clients are attracted to you. And immediately you get to the point where people are now thinking, who do I call? Say, call patience. Call success. You have gotten to the place of steady income. Because what they will do is that when their friends have need for property, they will call you. So you are more of an attractive person. You are not the one chasing, they are the one chasing you. An authority is someone who set the price conversation. You are not just the one arguing price to say, looking for a discount. You are now the one discussing why that price should be so. Do you know that you can, if you're discount minded, you will not be able to describe value properly. Yeah? And if you describe value, someone can pay price for value. An authority is someone who explains value, who understands the meaning of value and the outcome of value. An authority is a consultant, not just you know a consultant is. Do you know how consultants work? Consultants can predict what is wrong with you by virtue of their years of experience and years of learning. So when you stand before a consultant, is someone that is authority. And he said, it's authority in this area. So you should be able to stand before a client and you're able to diagnose what the economy will say, or the economy at other place, what will it do in the next 5 years, and how we buying real estate or involving in real estate transaction help the person to remain relevant in the economy in the next 5 years. You must know. I don't expect you to be a consultant in one day anyway, but it's where you need to go. An authority is someone that is seen and trusted. It's seen and is trusted. Authority is not a title, it's a perception. Authority is not a title, it's a perception. So by the time you interact with a client, he will perceive that you have authority in this matter. Let me use my client slide so you can follow. Let's go. Are you there? Now that it's up. So let's go back. Let's go where it started. And that's exactly what we're saying. That leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. John Maxwell. That leadership is influence. And therefore, if you want to become an agent that has moved from being an ordinary agent to become someone that has authority, you should be thinking influence. And I've listed several things that differentiate someone that has influence and doesn't have influence. Next. This session is designed to reposition real estate professionals from transactional agents to trusted authority who lead decision, shape confidence, and build long-time influence. Now, our business is in long-time influence. That's where the business is. The business is long-time influence. If you don't have influence as an agent, you are going to fade out. The difference between the people you see today, maybe the Jovitas of this world, the Mitchell of this world, is because over the time they have built influence. So no matter what, no matter how sweet your mouth is, no matter how beautiful you look, you will be as beautiful. In fact, you can decide to sell what you have, but they will sell the product that they want to sell. Because they have built long-time influence. They have influence over the client. They said one of the agents was telling me that my client is now calling me, asking me if I can know someone that can build house, whether I can go supervise his house in the village. You understand what I'm saying? He's no more seeing you as just someone who sells lands. He sees you as someone who can protect his interests. And when it comes to real estate product, so he wants to send you to go to his house. In fact, there's one of our rector that the man abroad was even sending, could only trust him to be the one that can go to the market and buy palm oil for. See, I can't trust anybody again. It's you. Imagine the level of trust that you can even trust the person what he eats. As if you want to become an authority in this business and be here for a long time, I know you want to make money, but please, can you shift your mind a bit to building trust? One of the ways that we have stayed on top and stayed afloat as a real estate company and as a person is that when I work with you guys, I work with you to trust me. Not to make money for me. So if you have a challenge, I take it personal. If you have an issue, I take it personal. So we're doing a product in Owerri, and government took that product. We are over 20 real estate companies selling in that place. Today, it's only 2 real estate companies that is available there, staying. The rest ran away. They got tired of the problem, and they carried their bag and left. Some relocated to US. Some went to... So maybe they came to make money. But I came to build trust. So I'm asking myself, if I do this, will they still trust me? And once I can gain your trust, I gain a long-time influence over you. Sometimes my product might be more expensive, but you might still prefer to sell it. It might not even be as developed, but you might still prefer to sell it. It might not even be the best location, you might still prefer to sell it. Because something tells you in your spirit that if there's anything, this man, the way it is, no go run like the other people. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Huh? Am I lying? Next slide. So we tried to decide who is a real estate agent. I think we tried before now. Let me just run through it again. A real estate agent is a representative and a guide between a buyer, seller, investor, and developer. Beyond transaction, an agent influences financial decision, emotional confidence, and long-term buyer's decision. In fact, it said that 85% of buyers say that they rely heavily on the agent advice when making property decisions. 87% we want to believe you, but you are not making yourself believable. Hello? I'm not saying you should not defend your company that you're selling, but when there's challenge, stay in such a way that the client sees that you are a go-between, that you can help, I can actually help you. Do you understand? So don't worry, don't give your, am I not here? I'm the one, I can call, what is it? I'm there. So he begins to have confidence in you. When I was a corper, there was a banker that was banking for the local community chairman that I was serving under. This banker would do everything within his power to get to, if the man needs money, he was the manager of his bank, he will bring the money to the local government himself. He was just servicing the man. If the man needs to transfer money, he doesn't allow the man come to the bank. He takes care to make sure. So when we had when the bank started merging, when the bank went merging, he got rid of it and removed the man's money and kept it. So when the bank collapsed and the man was wondering how my money, he said, "No, sir, I have removed your money. I put it in this other bank." Guess what, sir? I served in 2001. 2001. How many years is that? 24 years. The man is still his financial advisor till today. The man is a senator now of the Federal Republic. He's still that guy that is his banker. I was shocked when I went to his house. He said, "Rotimi," I called Rotimi there. I said, "Rotimi is still banking for you 25 something years later." See, other banks may lose their job, but Rotimi can't lose his job. Except he doesn't want to be a banker. If Rotimi starts a bank tomorrow, the man has entered the bank. Because he is not just keeping money, he's keeping trust. All this sell and go, it's not good though. You said you don't care whether the man gets his document. Says the company will handle that. You must pay attention to what the client's interest is. I'm talking to you as a realtor. I'm not talking to you as if I'm talking to you as a realtor group. That it's important that you pay attention to the client's needs. Are we still together? I've left this one, so I'm depending on this. Anyway you finish, we'll finish. What does authority do for an agent? Or what authority does an agent possess? What authority does an agent possess? I want to define the kind of authority you possess. Information authority, deep knowledge of market, pricing, location, and trend. So because you are a custodian of information, you are already a person of authority. That there are information that people do not know, clients do not know, but you have it. That information that you have, don't make it look as if it's looting. That information is important. That information is what gives you power. Because you know about Capital City, you know about Ontario, you know about, all of us now. I just know all of us. And you have deep informations that can guide. You know about Ipo. You know about where now? You know Magwa. You know Highland. What Element Highland? You know all those places. So you have deep information. So I was talking to an investor who wants to invest in real estate investor. So he was telling me about the location. So I was now giving the person a 10 years history of that location. He said, "You know this place now?" I said, "I know the place. I know the families that own each portion in that place." Immediately after telling him, he said, "I think we can collaborate in this thing." No. So he now perceived that I'm an authority. Hello? Don't just pass through real estate. Make sure that real estate pass through you. Like what they say, don't just pass through school. Make sure school pass through you. You must pick every details. There are still people who have been in real estate for 10 years. They don't have all the information that I have. But I have it. It makes me an authority. At least as far as what is concerned. Adversary authority. The power to recommend, to caution, and to guide decision. Do you know that you can get to the point of influence that if your client calls you and say, "I beg, I won't buy land for so place." So I beg, no go there. You don't need to say more than that. You will not go there. Because you are developing constantly. So you possess it to advise, to caution, and to guide decision making. And it's a very big. It's not the pastor's work. That's what makes pastors relevant now. Because they can caution you, they can guide your decision, and they can recommend what the God says to you. That makes you a strong person. Emotional authority. That you can step into a stormy situation and don't be fidgeting. When things go wrong, real estate business can go right, can go wrong. You need to just understand it. If you want to do this business, it will never always go right. Because I can tell you that the company can do, I've seen it now, you can do everything possible and things still go wrong. Tell them to get me water. You can do everything possible and things still go wrong. You can investigate, see the grandfather, see the grandmother, collect sand from the ground, go and check on Juju mirror, and they tell you in mirror there that this man, then suddenly, the man's younger son will just go and collaborate with one man and come there and say his own father, when they shared the land, he was not given his due share. Therefore, this part of the land is his own. So you need to, the business is not for the weak, eh? It's not for the weak. You need to make up your mind because this will go wrong. So you need to be someone that has a lot of emotional intelligence. I have a lot of emotional control. When I was younger, the first time I started construction, I started building, because I was a builder before I became a realtor. So one man, I designed his house. So I was begging him, "Oga, can I help you build this house?" He said, "No, Nat, I'm too young. I don't have experience. He will not give me the house to build. He will give it to another builder." So when he said it, the way I put my face, like he pitied me. It's okay. I will give you the house to build, but I will put this man to supervise you. Because that was going to be my first building in Port Harcourt. That was in 2001. Some people say I was not born here that time. That was in 2001. So I was so excited. We went to the site in Eleprawa. How many of you know where Eleprawa is? Went to Eleprawa. We cleared the site. I was happy. I was building. I was working with this guy. We did the foundation. We came out to DPC. My brethren, I got there one early morning to resume work. When I reached the place, I passed. No. I said, the land no reach this side. I came back. I passed. I was looking for my foundation. They don't demolish. If they demolish, I for still recognize the place. As if they took time, as if they grinded the blocks, that everything was, which kind of demolition be this? My dear, my spirit left me. I just sat on the floor. I did not cry. Tears was coming out of my eyes. I said, what kind of, I said, if it's now, I said, how can my village people still follow me? After I don't suffer, graduate for this school, come Port Harcourt, make I come, the first one way for help me, make I become human being. See, Jesus, how do I want to tell the owner? I'm not. So I muster courage. We hold there, no figure. I just wait till evening. And I went to the man's house. When I went there, the man was saying I was standing. He said, Uche, what's the problem? Did people work today? I didn't say anything. What's the problem? Why are you standing like this? I sat down. Oh, right. And I said, okay, they've demolished our fence. As I was saying it, tears was falling out of my eyes. Thank God that the man was stronger than myself. No, you cannot do like that. You cannot be like me. When you go there, you should be the one that will be able to have enough emotional strength because you are a consultant. Consultants, when they will see that, they know that the sickness that is going to kill you, but they will still be giving you hope. Because someone that has hope can survive sickness. Someone that is hopeless will die in the sickness. Have you not seen that experiment when they told that guy that they're going to kill him by snake bite? Have you read that thing? They said they're going to kill him by snake bite. That if they kill him by snake bite, it will gently move into your body, and after a while, you won't feel any too much pain. Because he was supposed to die by electric shock. So the electric shock is going to be too intense. We just bring a snake, it will bite you, and the sting will enter your body, and you will die gently. The man said, okay, he preferred the snake bite than that electric shock. It was a social experiment. They now put him in the room and carry pin. And boom, touch his body and remove the pin. The man was there. They were watching the man. The man sat there and died. Not snake bites. The fear, the understanding, his brain has told him that he has died or he's dying. You see what the brain power can do? You see what brain power can do? you enter. See, when there's problem in this real estate, don't let your brain power go down. You are a consultant. You are an agent. You are a consultant. You have to have a strong enough brain power to withstand the challenge in the business. Ethical authority. People depend on you for trust, for honesty, for transparency. They want you, they believe that they should be able to trust you. Please don't betray that trust. You are not going to be perfect, but let it be seen at every time that you're doing everything possible to make sure that your client's interests and your client's value, your client's investment is secured, is protected, or has value. Don't, because you want to make commission, you push your, say, you know very well that this product will not bring increase, but because you want to make a commission from it, you force him to buy this one, and he gets stuck in it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I advise clients against my cost people. I say, okay, what do you want? I say, are you buying for investment or are you buying to develop? So I'm buying for investment. If you're buying for investment, don't buy this one. Go and buy this one. This one in the next 5 years will gain so percentage increase in profit. This one is high. It may not go more than this. But if he buys the big one, I'll make more money. It's not so. But it's not about money for me. Real estate is not about money for me. I don't know about you. I'm not saying those people that it's about money for. Yeah? I'm not saying they are bad. I'm not saying, okay, it's not about only money for me because the money is too good. You understand? It's not about only money for me. It's about building the level of relationship that can last me. So that tomorrow, if I'm not here, someone can see my grandchildren and say, are you Kalu? Yes. I said, I know Kalu somewhere. So someone met my wife in the shop. I said, I've met. I know you somewhere. I said, I know you somewhere. He said, are you Uche's wife? Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping that after I've long gone, that children after children, somehow I would have made enough imprint that my money will not influence them, but my actions and my activity, the level of value and trust I have kept in the society will be able to work for them. You know, there are people like that. That the names of their grandfathers, great-grandfathers, he opened door for till tomorrow. That is authority. Next. Let's examine leadership clearly. Leadership roles of a real estate agent. Let's start with the first one. You're a market leader. What does it mean to be a market leader? That you have the capacity to interpret trends and future opportunities. That what makes you a market leader? Because leadership is influence. You know, we have said leadership is influence. And therefore, if you are going to be a market leader or someone that has influence, that you must develop the capacity to interpret market trends and future opportunities. If I may ask you, what is the future of real estate in Port Harcourt? That's not the it's right, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. Okay, let me re-ask the question so that you can understand. What are the indices that you see that makes you believe that real estate will continue to grow in River State and continue to prosper? Just name one or two. What are the things that you see that makes you believe that real estate business will continue to grow in River State? Okay, let me start with people that raise their hands. Yes, madam. Development. Population. Security. Any other one? Huh? That's not development. Well, maybe infrastructure. Okay, you can add it. So you're not saying that the level of infrastructure that is going on River State, there's no other way but that the town will grow. Because you know that immediately that the last governor created roads and all that, the number of persons that came into River State increased. How did you know? Didn't your rent increase? As you want to rent one bedroom, you will not even see it again. How happened now? They don't shut down. Because more people are coming into the state. There's pressure. Because it is now easy. You don't have to stay long hours. So someone who lives in Lagos, if he comes to River State and stays for 1 week, say Lagos, I know they go back again. No. I did primary school, some part of my primary school in Lagos. And so when I went back And of course, I did my boarding school in a boarding school. I always go back to Lagos. So when I was going to the university, I was going to go to university in Owerri. My brother, in Lagos, see this mark here? As I was trying to jump inside Moulwe, somebody had razor inside his hand, brushed me. This whole place open. I was seeing this bone, and it was shaking. Blood was shaking. Please be warning me when my time is close. So it will enter, and as the boss they go now, so they run, they enter. No, you understand? How many of you have lived in Lagos here? Oh boy, be small something. What is this? You are rushing to enter. So and now when the boss that brought me from Lagos brought me and dropped me in Weather Road, as he dropped me, and I see taxi, Selenle, just throw, come and park, and say, Ebe, that's where. Ha. I said, this one are 419 people. Oh. I could not believe that in my life that you can be standing and a taxi will come and park before you and you ask where you're going. Then you explain. Then you now tell the price. Then you negotiate. Then you enter. You know, like front seat. You now change seat. You now enter back seat. I say, no. It's after the third one has come and gone. I see that's how they do here. That's what they do for here. I entered the cinema. I reached my destination. When I reached my destination, I said, Lagos. I said, I will never go. Lagos. I said, I will. Yeah. I said, I will not go to Lagos again. You understand? So, that's how places can influence this position. So I'm saying that you should be able to interpret trend and future. So what we're saying is that it's possible that someone who lived in Lagos, who comes in Port Harcourt and finds the ease of movement, can decide to come to Lagos. So therefore, population is growing by simple infrastructure development. What of Port Harcourt position? Do you know that Port Harcourt is one of the most strategic positioned states in the country in terms of import and export? If you bring a goods into Port Harcourt, it gets into the middle of Africa faster than if you bring it in Lagos. That's why, the real reason why Port Harcourt is being frustrated is because if Port Harcourt port is going well, it will crash Lagos port. We will get there by force, by fire. That's the only reason. Because if you just, before you try, that's why if you see the current governor, he's doing a road from Lagos to Sokoto. He doesn't want you to do like this before you get into the north. He wants you to be able to get into the north as fast as possible. Because on this other side, there's a lot of competition. Benin Republic is there competing on this side of the north. But here, we only have a useless country like Cameroon. So there's no competition here. In fact, Cameroon move goods from our states down. One of the reasons why our bar sells very well because we sell to Cameroon. I don't know how they understand the economy. So anything you put here, the rail line is direct from here to Maiduguri. But they will not develop the rail line from here to Maiduguri because it means that you can carry 500 containers to Maiduguri and spread it into Africa. Same way you can bring in goods from there here. So Port Harcourt is a major transportation hub for the West African hinterlands. And we have natural seaports. You have heard this one before now? All right. Because of my time, you're also a decision leader. You reduce the confusion and they help a client to choose wisely. One of the strong place to be is being confused. A lot of people you're in a place like, what can I do? What do I do? What do I do? We are saying that you are an authority, you're a leader, you have the capacity to redirect a client. And that's why you must develop yourself so well, such that you can take decisions and take it rightly. And when the client is saying, where do I buy, Lagos or Abuja? So why are you buying Lagos? Lagos is saturated. Buy Port Harcourt, or after some time, you buy here. Do this. And it's okay. So I don't think I should keep this money for bank. So keep money for bank. How old is your son? Say your son is 10 years. In the next 10 years, he's ready to go to university. That money in the next 10 years for bank don't be one day less than 20 million. If you put in improvement property in next 10 years, that's 3 times. You don't pay school fees without stress. Hello? Do you understand what I'm saying? That you're a decision leader. You have the capacity to lead decision taking. And that's what separates you. Number 3 is that you're what? A trust leader. Build credibility and long-time relationship. You need to understand that the place you are is the place of trust. People are relying on you. Sometimes they're not buying the product because of the product, they're buying the product because of you. That's why when we say when we do video, try and be available in the video. Even if you don't speak English, kind person supposed to speak English, they stand by you. You just they point hand, they shake like this inside the video. Don't let somebody do video for you and give you a loan. You understand what I'm saying? As much as possible, show up in the video. Because sometimes people are not buying the land, they are buying you. They are not seeing the land, they are seeing you. You don't know. And someone sent a chat to us. I think those of us in the that come to Capital City and send a text. He said, Mr. Uche, try and do something about this product. I want to let you know that those days when your realtors come to our office with their fine dresses, their beautiful faces, and sweet tongues to buy, we do not buy because of them. We buy because we know you and we trust you. Maybe I will publish that message. It's a client that sent the message to us. He didn't send to me. He sent to a realtor and said, send to your Oga. He didn't even have my number. But maybe he has seen something I did for someone and someone I did something. I started building trust, not in real estate. I built it from where I was when I was a contractor. If as a contractor I had principles. If I'm building for you, I cannot remove plank. If I need plank in my house, I buy it. I don't remove nail. If I need nail in my house, I buy it. Except you finish and say, take. Not me. Not me. I can't. I started building trust since. I was not that kind of contractor. When I was a contractor, a building contractor, you can't give me work and I go to my house to sleep. You will come and see me sweating there, making sure that things are okay. So I built trust. And someone wanted to sell the land in GRA, another developer. And while he was talking to the person, trying to convince me, he now mentioned my name. He now mentioned my name. And he said, you know Mr. Uche? Is that Uche something? He said, okay, I'd like to see him again. Is he the one into this business? And he said, he built my house in the village years ago. It's still the best house I've built. It's not the most beautiful house. It's not the strongest house. But I built the house with the man. The man could see that I carry his interest. When he comes and he wants to make change, I'll patiently make the changes with him. I will even be supporting. Before other people say, okay, you can't make this change. I beg, how much? How much you want pay me? Say, well, you're going to change like this. No, not me. When you come, I say, you want to change? I say, okay. If we really move it like this, we'll be okay. Then I'll go ahead and make it. And I'll come back and say, this will cost us so much. Then you say, okay, it's too much. Now I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll continue. Built house 10 years ago. Immediately I showed up in the transaction, he was interested. Ready to buy. If you want to stay in this business for a long time, you have to be a trust leader. Not just about the numbers. I'm not interested in numbers. I don't compete on numbers. I'm not trying to be the biggest real estate company. And if God gives me the biggest, I'm fine. I'm not talking to be richest real estate company. If God make me the richest, I'm good. But I just want to be that person that when they think about who they can trust as concerning real estate business, they can think about me. That's my journey. That's my long journey walk. And I give God praise. It's coming in small. Somebody came in to start real estate business in Port Harcourt, a big person. I don't want to call his name. And he did survey. And he was asking, who can I go to? Who can I work with? Who can I trust? They said, go and meet Capital City. When I heard it, I broke. I said, I don't have that kind of capacity that you're calling, sir. But anyhow I can help you, I can help you. They say, no, sir. They say it's you that can help me. I'm not saying money is not good, but I like where I am. I enjoy it. So if you're a trust leader, then you have to be a value leader. Connect properties to purpose, ROI, and security. You have to create, conceive, know, establish the values in the product. You say, next, so we can try to close. Let's look at the steps that you probably need to build influence, because we have said that that you are an agent, yes, and that your agent you have authority, and that to be able to exercise that authority, you need to become a leader, and we have been able to establish what leadership and how the areas you need to become leadership. Now let's see whether we can look at the influence. I think that should be where I'll be if my time is gone. Step 1 to building influence. Master your domain. Know your market better than anyone else. Master your domain. Know your market better than anyone else. What's the population of River State? 6 million plus. According to what census? You need to go to authority now. But you need to know those things. What's urban density? How we spread? What's the available land space? What's the tourism potential in River State? Do you know? Master your market. It's not only about its 3-bedroom. These are the mundane things. They are intricate value in an environment that you need to give it, that people need to see it, and they will be able to invest. To build influence, you have to educate constantly. Teaching builds authority faster than selling. Teaching builds authority faster than selling. So, yes, I want to say to you, but I'll start by teaching you. I start by educating you. I mean, we'll give a quick example of PalmTech and what he did with Automobile. We are going to repeat. In fact, this one, me, I've started learning. We learn as we grow. I'm moving my sailing to educating. So you'll be seeing a lot of education content from me more on, and I might not even be talking real estate. So some of the video, I will not even mention real estate. I might just take River State and begin to diagnose the potential of real estate in the next 5 years. The opportunity in real estate in the next 5 years. Then after that, I enter to Lagos. Then after that, I enter Nigeria. I'm just talking any other things. Maybe I just go and master how real estate can become a tax haven. And I'm talking different thing. I'm educating you, but I'm selling.